All right, what's going on, guys? It's Josh again, and today I want to talk about why does Turkey even matter to the stock market, and also just how emerging market debt crises operate and what are some of the risks. So it's kind of a boring topic if you guys aren't interested in this stuff, but understanding stuff like this could take you a long way in the broader scale of understanding economics and how to set things up, to manage your finances. Now, is this going to affect direct trades, by second, minute by minute basis? Probably not. But by knowing this, you could really stay ahead of the curve and even see, kind of from the videos I've posted. I've talked about Turkey and all that stuff before this happened here in the market. What happened on Friday, where the market kind of just broke its little streak. And, a lot of the events that we're going to talk about before people are like, oh, wow, Turkey, we're having that effect. This stuff already occurred. So, again, what happened had to do with Turkey and some of the other emerging markets, and then also tariffs, China. There's a lot of things, sanctions, all that stuff going on. So I want to talk about that and explain how that works. If you guys are new too, make sure you drop a like if this helps you out, if you learned something new about economics today, and make sure you subscribe. So getting into it, let's look at what happened with the Turkish lira. And this is to really explain, though, that's the debt. So it says the rupee, but I have the Turkish lira, the USD TRY. Don't be a tryhard. But here's the issue. And, a lot of people are even saying, oh, I don't think when I made my video, they're saying, oh, I don't think this is even going to have an effect on Bitcoin. It is. It's going to have an effect on anything because the simple fact is when a currency devaluates this much, it has big effects. It's going to have an effect on the price of food and people's daily life. But the biggest thing people fail to realize is debt. And now what that means to causing a global, not collapse, but a debt crisis. And essentially how that works is just like 2008 with real estate. So many banks took out loans. When one group can't pay back, it leads to certain banks not being able to pay back. And then, it's a domino effect that goes into a lot of people not paying back. So again, what happened here in Turkey is that their currency is weakened from 3.7, which means $1 is equal to 3.7 Turkish lira. So every time you give 3.7 Turkish lira, you get $1. If you give $1, you'll get 3.7 Turkish lira. That was at the beginning of 2018. Today, and you guys see kind of this latest tear, it's been going up a lot. But really now it's at 6.5. This is, and again, we were talking about 3.7. This is almost 100% increase. So now every $1 will take you 6.4, get you 6.4 lira. But now reversing it, you see why it becomes hard for the people in their country now, because if they want to buy anything in dollars, they have to get 6.4 lira instead of 3.2 8 months ago. And that has a disastrous effect on an economy because that's a short time frame for things to get affected like that. So that's the not the okay. You might be saying, okay, well, how does that even affect us? The whole point has to come into debt. Here's Turkey's total gross external debt, and it's in dollars. This is in US dollars and millions. And you could see even in 2018, it's gone up a lot. But over the last few years, they've been steadily, taking on a lot more debt. And again, look at now the Turkish lira since after 2015, you start to see the weakening. It's kind of crazy to think about. At one point, there was almost parity on the Turkish lira. Let's go. I wouldn't say parity, but it came low. 1.2 in 2009, but essentially, from 2014, it was at 2.8. So now you see kind of how their debt has kind of skyrocketed. This is the issue because this debt is in dollars. So what happens is if you owe, if your currency is weakened, but you have debt in dollars. So if you if you are a foreign country and you have debt in a foreign currency or debt in dollars, what happens when your currency weakens? It's now going to take more of their lira to pay back their original debt. So their debt could stay the same, but just the fact the currency's weakened, it's making their debt harder to service, which increases the likelihood of people not being able to pay it back. So, and why did this happen? Because you guys look until 2016, really, we didn't start raising rates, and it was easy to get money. This is what people do. This is what big banks, smaller lenders can do. Is it's harder now with the rates going up. But back up until they started raising rates in 2016, if you could borrow money for 0%, 0.5%, 1%, you could literally go borrow it at 1%, 0.5%, and then go loan it out to an emerging market bank or country, and they'll give you 4 or 5%. So literally, you could just take out loans, collect 4 or 5%, and it's only card charging you 0.5% to own it. You're making 3% off of money you don't have doing nothing, and that's what a lot of investors even do. And that's what makes kind of the inflow. Money rushes in, but then once there's an issue, money rushes out because now the debt is essentially doubled. So that's what's going on with Turkey. The fact that their currency has gone up from $3 or $1 equals 3 lira to almost 6 or almost 7, the debt is double. So essentially, if somebody borrowed $1 million in 2018 in Turkey, a Turkish bank, a Turkish company borrows $1 million at the rate of like 3.7, you just times that by a million. $1 million would have cost them $3.72 million in lira. So essentially, they got back $1 million, but now for them to pay it back, they would just need to make 3.72 million lira, convert it to dollars, pay back their debt. But now, if you look at it, $1 million would cost 6.4 million lira. So that if you took out that loan in 2018, but you haven't paid off the loan yet now, you essentially need to make double the lira to pay off the same $1 million. You now need to give back 6.4 lira, will be how much money you will need to exchange to equate $1 million versus the 3.7 earlier. So this is huge because this is kind of even what happened to some people with Bitcoin. Again, they would go try to buy something like, oh, I have Bitcoin. My Bitcoin's at $20,000. I'll go buy a car for $20,000, one Bitcoin. They'll pay off on it, but then if Bitcoin drops in value, they're gonna have to pay a lot more. It's kind of a shitty example, but again, you're seeing that now it instantly raises someone's debt, and now the issue is if this is happening again, look at the big bulk of this. It went from what, 4.6 to 7, which is again like 20% in like a month. That's kind of, or less than a month, really, a few days, a few weeks. And when that happens, you got to realize now it's costing them more lira to get the same things, but now their paychecks aren't going up. It's not like people's paychecks adjust with inflation every day, week, month. It's usually every few years. That's when people make out labor contracts. So you see that this is what can make people struggle. And again, this is part in part because of Turkey's economic policies that they're employing, and that a lot of people are kind of worried about what Erdogan's doing. But it's also too now we put on sanctions on Turkey and we put tariffs too on their steel, and we buy about 11% of their steel, which is pretty huge. So it's very, very interesting. Hopefully you guys see, I'm just trying to give you guys the insight into how this works, and you could see again how the kind of debt cycle works, because now if it's going to cost them double to service their debt, some people in Turkey can't pay, it could cause, collapses in other ways or create a domino effect. But that's pretty much why it's important. People are worried and now what this means for debt and stuff in the European countries like Turkey, our relations, the tariffs, as well as now how this is even going to affect our dollar and even other currencies, even all the way down to Bitcoin. So I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys like it. Drop me a like, sub, comment, just talk to me. Peace.